Hey guys, we wanted to take 3 minutes, and Marriage Takes 3 here, to talk about something that was on my heart today while I was running. It's been on my heart for a while, but really was pressed in my heart today. And we've talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of two-sided. One piece of it is I've seen a lot of people that blame God for a lot of bad things that happen in the world, in our own backyard. And it just really hurts my heart because we look at people who claim God, or we just look at people in general, and we just see God in those people, or we look for Him in those people. So when we see Him do terrible things, we're like, what kind of God would do that? Or what kind of person who follows God or Jesus would do those type of things? And it just hurts my heart, because God doesn't. And people who truly know Christ and follow Him, I'm not going to say by any means they're perfect, but in the end of the day, you can't find God in people because we are all faulty and we're all broken and we all have our issues. And on the other side, you have people who, supposedly are in church, supposedly Christian, who are so divisive. I think one of the biggest ones we see right now is politically, right? I've seen people who are of the church who blatantly say they hate one party, like a broad stroke of saying, I hate anyone. Or when Jesus came and said, hate in your heart for your brothers and sisters is just as bad as murder. And that's serious, man. And that hurts my heart more than anything, that you represent Christ and we put these broad brush statements. And there's a lot of groups, a lot of different things that people talk about. That's just one, definitely, I think of, and I see a lot.
Yeah. I think it's hard. People don't understand, God and Jesus, He does not have a political party. He is not politically affiliated. He doesn't care about the United States more than any other country. Just by the way, in case anybody didn't realize that.
Yeah, I see that a lot too.
There's nothing more important about one person or one way of thinking than any other person. So regardless if someone thinks differently than you or comes from a different background than you, God looks at all of us the same. We all need Him and need His grace just as much as the next person. And the fact that, you see people calling each other crazy names and as if they are on the opposite side of God or something, and they're not.
For everybody, for people who struggle with those, and especially for people who look for God, because I promise you the thing is we also get blinded, right? We get blinded. It says in the Bible that the evil one, Satan, will blind our minds. And it's so prevalent right now. But don't be so narrow-minded or so focused on looking just in the bad things, right? There's so much goodness that happens in this world. We've seen it with our own eyes. We've seen people who get on boats, travel down river hours just to provide medical attention for people and tribes and groups that wouldn't have it otherwise. They would have no way to get it. And they don't go out there just saying, hey, I'll give you medical attention if you let me talk about Jesus. They give medical attention regardless. And that happens across the world. People bring food, medicine, water, all kinds of great things. And you don't really see it a lot unless you look for it, because they don't boast about it, right? Because they're doing it because they care. They do it because it's the right thing to do.
And also the Bible tells us not to.
Yeah.
The Bible, when He talks about giving or helping others in need, He says, don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. But again, good or bad, you don't look to people to know who God is. You go to God to know who God is. If you're looking at a person and deciding God's not worth it, that's ridiculous. That makes no sense. You can't judge one being by other people. God is so much more than just the flawed people who do follow Him. His grace is amazing because, the fact that He would even love people who still are kind of not great. So don't let their not greatness make you think God is not great.
So just go to, she's like everybody else, go to Him, seek Him, ask Him questions. He will listen, right? And you may not like the answer always, but you'll get an answer, right? You ask enough you'll get an answer. I still ask questions. I constantly ask questions, and that's how I came to faith, was asking questions and just really wanting to know the truth, but get to know who he is and what he really feels about you. And if you have hate in your heart and you are a Christian, or you go to church, or you claim all these things, but you have this hate for other people that just think differently than you, I just pray that you just put that on his feet, at his feet, and you just ask him, one, for forgiveness, but two, just have a comment, like talk to him about it, right? Because that's just, that breaks my heart. It really does. It hurts my heart every time I see it, because one of the things that the enemy tries to do is cause divisiveness, and we see it more and more every single day, in the church, outside of the church, everywhere, and we're called to unity. And I just pray that for you. This is probably like 5 minutes. We'll get it to 3 minutes next time, but this one was had some extra sauce in it. Yeah, I really wanted to get it all out.
It was important.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in and checking it out. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you guys.
Bye.